It all began with the idea with the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, and that exhibit on Armenia. Even though Armenia was always of my academic interest as someone who is interested in antiquity, medieval history, and always paid attention to the role that Armenia played on the Silk Road and its overall contribution to the what I call Western civilization. I always considered Armenia as one of the founding communities to sow the seed of Western civilization.
Who we have?
David.
Who is David? How is the weather, Professor?
Terrific. Wonderful. But you are not the videos.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
The Center for Ethnography and Archaeology was very intellectually productive conversation.
After we left the Institute, we headed to the American University of Armenia, where we were going to have our presentations and for the symposium.
The topic of symposium number one, due to one of my students last year we had this long discussions about Silk Road, a student from China. She did a whole a presentation on Silk Road from a historical perspective, but from the Chinese perspective. And now that the China is, bringing up again this initiative of One Belt, One Road, based on that principle of Silk Road, I thought it would be worth investigating, looking at its history, what role it played, and what is happening right now, and how we are anticipating the future, given the rise of China, and also given the fact that Armenia has become a smaller state compared to what it was at the height of the Silk Road commerce. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, President, Dean, and for being so generous with us and so welcoming and accepting my idea of this discussion, this symposium. And I hope our collaboration will continue. And this is I tell my students, this is our first engagement in public diplomacy. So that will take, I don't know, but it is a learning process for us. It is a learning. My students, and not only those who are here, but also who did not join us as part of our experience, they learn quite a bit about Armenia. So they know about Armenia. They know about the Silk Road, and they know the history of that. And I think this is a wonderful way of learning as well, how you get practices that we start to engage our students in. So thanks again, everyone. Thank you, the students of AUA, for joining us and giving us the opportunity to also discuss and to participate. All the best. The conversation that we had with Maria Titizian of EVN was very insightful to let us understand how the latest revolution that took place about a year ago in forming, kind of laying the foundation for the future of the state, for the future of Armenia, and the people demanding more transparency in the governance. People, and also electing the kind of politicians they have now seem to be responding very well to these demands of the people, and there is a direct relationship with people and the government. Now, the way the EVN covered this revolution for media was very, very interesting, because given that the lack of financial backing for this independent media, they still did a terrific job in being there almost 24-hour present, and still going right in the middle of the situation, giving voice to the people on the ground mostly, and letting the people know what the people on the ground are saying, and thus they gave the coverage a sense of independence, a sense of authenticity, and a sense of actually what is reliably taking place on the ground. And that was very well done. With the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I thought it was a terrific conversation that we had for about 2 hours with them, and it was not just telling us what they are doing, but also looking for ideas what could be done, and looking for ideas from younger people, asking the students, can you make a contribution, can you give ideas, and seriously. So, and that eagerness that is there is very, very encouraging how the country wants to position itself.